As billions of people shuttered their doors to avoid COVID-19, another virus was growing.
Human trafficking and exploitation is increasing during pandemic.
This warning released by the International Catholic Relief Organization, Caritas.
Already, human trafficking victims are exploited because of vulnerabilities, and situations like pandemic just exacerbate those vulnerabilities.
Tori Curbelo works for Lifeway Network, a Brooklyn and Queens-based group that fights human trafficking by providing housing for victims and education for the public. She says the U.S. has also seen an increase in crisis trafficking situations, up 40% after shelter-in-place orders were started. These numbers pulled from the U.S. trafficking hotline.
All the attention to this pandemic diverted somehow government and institutions' attention on other, we can call it collateral damages.
As Marta Petrocio with Caritas explains, that includes migrant workers, many of them undocumented, children experiencing violence and forced labor, and victims being trafficked for sexual exploitation. There's a lot of reasons for the surge: housing and job instability, a lack of freedom and ability to get out of a bad situation because of the lockdown and travel restrictions, and an increase in online child exploitation as children and predators use the internet more. A lack of access to resources is also to blame. Curbelo says not feeling supported can make victims put off getting help.
Accessing that help is really difficult for some people to take that step. At any point, they can change their mind.
So how can we deal with this plague? Caritas is calling on governments to provide victims with access to shelters, hotlines, and to put measures into place that can support workers in informal sectors. Individuals can help too by keeping their eyes open.
There will never be, of course, as you may know, a sign that says human trafficking is going on here, but there's certainly dynamics that should make us feel uncomfortable.
Signs of trouble include living with an employer, being unable to speak with the person alone, scripted or rehearsed answers, acting submissive or fearful, and an employer holding a victim's identity documents.
And building relationships with people that we encounter, from coffee shops to the grocery store, and getting to know their names, their situations, that can be mighty helpful as well.
It is estimated that 40 million people are trafficked every year, but only a small percentage of traffickers ever face prosecution. If you or someone you know is a victim of human trafficking and needs help, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 888-373-7888. If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell to get instant updates about all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.